Kathleen, oh my goodness, I just can't believe what a nightmare dealing with the state fund and these wicked actor named Corey Kotler. Oh my God, I wish I had shown you a picture. As you know me, I'm kind of gung-ho and happy-go-lucky, and I wrote a script called My Redneck Neighbor, and when I was going to production last year, I was told that I should get workman's comp. I go, what is that? And as you know, you probably know more than I do, it's insurance just in case somebody like hurt themselves or whatever falling from the ladder, doing stunts or hang a stupid mic. So I go, okay, how much is their insurance? Anyway, so I inquired. There's different workman's comp insurance companies that you can buy during the filming, the duration of the film. And then I was told that I should try the state fund. As the name implies, it's probably run by the state of California. I go, well, then, because they always like try to put the down and under people first, right? Supposedly, I figured that's where I should go. Oh my goodness, little did I know, I signed on to the policy, and what a nightmare. And I have no run-ins with the insurance company, but like I said, since it's state-run, called the state fund, they must have buku money, and I guess that they have no problem like underwrite these policies for little filmmakers. So I gave it a shot, and lo and behold, there's always a bad fruit. And I'm telling you, this Corey Kotler is a very bad fruit, and not only a bad actor that we have to like in the middle of the shoot, because he came on the set wanting to take over. He wanted more money after he was established on camera. So as a little filmmaker like me, would I imagine somebody would just turn on you after they were literally begging to get the part. The part is a landlord of this characterized girl. So it was supposed to be a big part, because in the original Rice Girl, if you ever seen it, there was this Middle Easterner, Fred Toma, play Rabu, and he was hilarious. He always like screaming and yelling, "Oh, you make rent! I put a broom in your butt." Just something like that, Rabu, and he was I think it was Iraqi. So funny, but I could not find him anymore because he moved to Michigan to no fault of my own. So I was auditioning for a Middle Easterner part, but some guy I don't know how they got my email, and then somehow maybe from my email there was a attachment of my phone, or I don't know how he got my phone. He sent me his pictures and his videos, like he's auditioning for Rabu. And you understand, living in Hollywood, there's hundreds and thousands of actors that they just really want to get a little gig. Everybody wants to do a part to get their reel, because the reel is everything. They show your range and blah, blah, blah. And you get notoriety. So what I said, there's tons of actors that they want to get a part. But this person was Jewish, and he was like, I don't know, he was extra obese. My Rabu was not that obese. But I thought, okay, I'll give this person a try, because he represented himself as so totally devoted in the indie filmmaking. He said, I would do anything to do this part. And he said, I'm not going to take a dime from you. And if you pay me money, I'm going to donate it back to the Rice Girl Productions. I go, oh my God. Yeah, sometimes you just go, you can't turn people down because they're overly enthusiasm. You get that? It's hard to turn them away. And I just go, you don't look the part. You don't look at all like Rabu. I got to show you a picture. Actually, that should be a total telltale sign the person was insane. Because a Jewish man, just think about it. Why would he put a painted mustache like Hitler mustache? And that was, I thought first time, maybe we're trying to be funny. But then, he will cross-dress and wear really silly, like a mosquito net skirt, like ballet kind of skirt. I said, okay, maybe he was just trying to be funny. It was in his Speedo when he came to audition for the yard scene or whatever. So I figured, well, I really want to help an actor, a thespian, as the term would say, theatrical thespians. So I took a chance, and you know what? I really got to examine my heart. Never never take on anyone if their phone number was like 310, something was 666. That should be a telltale sign. I believe God warned me, not to be superstitious, because sometimes you can't help it, because if you get a document, sometimes it says like license plate. If you say XYZ 666, you go, oh shit, I don't want that. I'll do anything to trade it in. I'll even pay for a personalized, like no Satan, right? A plate that says no Satan. That would be me. But anywho, so I kind of, just fought myself inner fight, of course, a little bit. I go, okay, go with it. They seem to be very sincere. This Corey Kotler, he said that I want to help you. I want to do everything to get your distribution. And at that time, we agreed like $100 a day. I mean, hey, for indie, you actually pay $125 or whatever, right? So it was $125 for the indie rate. Anyways, eventually, I agreed to pay him $200 a day, and his role was supposed to be 6 days. But then the very first day he showed up, he established himself on camera. So he established as Rabu. You see what I'm saying? And then that night, the next day, for his scene, he sent me an email. And then he's like, I am not going to show up unless you double my pay. It was not more than double. I was paying $200, so he wanted $350, right? And well, you know me, I'm a little hard-headed. I mean, this is why we're persecuted. This is why a lot of these us Asian folks were getting killed, because sometimes if you just don't bow to these extortioners. And people that want to blackmail you, even though it was $150, but a day extra. So he wanted $350. I was like, I got so many things going. It's like, hell no, because people want to eat. We have to feed everybody. That's like $500 at the very least, right? And you got to get tables, and you have to send somebody whom you hire as a gopher. So. Oh my God, don't talk about my gopher. I think I killed that gopher. Anyways, long story longer, you never imagined we had 30 different people. There were people that do lights, and there are, people running around, get water, get permit, and drive the actors on the set and checking them in, of course, setting the lights. So and just imagine, poor little me, I have no management ability. So I have to deal with all that. I was like, okay, forget it. I'm just saying, I cannot be, handcuffed because of your intent to blackmail me. It's a poor little me. I think people do that because they do that when they see that I'm just poor Asian. And then, we can just BS her and then just try to get whatever we can. This happened. I could not believe it. It was a very, very meek. You understand meek, right? That's why I say I'm blessed, a meek movie. Meaning we're not a big, like a Walt Disney production. It just my little story, and I wrote it. It's called My Redneck Neighbor. And I was fortunate enough, blessed with some good actors like Courtney Gaines, like Eric Roberts. They were in a lot of shows. And Eliza Roberts, Miss Bai Ling. It just so happened her name is Bai Ling. So I'm just saying those people were very professional. I use that term in a strict way because you can say it loosely, but they were professional because you know why? They think of a bigger picture. But not this Corey Kotler. He wants to screw me over because he feel like I'm a nobody, right? Just, Rice Girl, my redneck neighbor, I'm merely a comedian. So trample on me. And because I'm Asian, I can't help myself if every day I wake up, I got these Asian eyes. As opposed to, is that the Teen Vogue editor that got fired say, oh my God, I woke up with Asian eyes. I'm not sure her ethnicity. But anyways, every day I wake up, I got this big moon face. So either you gotta love it, or if you hate it, then screw it. It was very tense at that time. For me, it's a very tense time in my life because we have to get like hundreds and hundreds of hours of footage crammed in. Like every day you have to shoot hundreds of scenes. Really, it's just crazy. It's not like we have the luxury of a Gone with the Wind where they roll out the dolly and set up the shot, move that light up by 2.5 inches. Put a little bit C-stand, and now lunch. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't like that at all. And then they pay so-called meal penalty. We're just gonna keep shooting, filming, and take meal penalty. There's Dean. So this guy that he learned that I was not going to be Corey Kotler, I was not going to be blackmailed, he got really pissed. And you know what happened? He wrecked my site. Before I forget, you can go to his not Twitter account, I think Instagram. He was like sucking up to all the actors that Courtney Gaines, who was in Children of the Corn, taking selfies like, I'm starring, like co-starring with Courtney Gaines, Eric Roberts, and oh my God. It's so disgusting. So he posted these Instagram like, I'm high Hollywood Hill, and then next thing is I can't, he's threatening me with more money. I can't do it, and then he just show up and violently wearing the fatigue. I mean, belly hanging out, so disgusting. I'm serious, and violently ran over our set. It was horrendous. Because when you're trying to shoot and block a shot, it's like this, and all of a sudden he comes in and then he throw away, like push down our camera and gear and everything, and people were like, going, what the hell is this? At first I thought, maybe it was just a joker, and then I realized this Corey Kotler, Kotler, was really insane, and it wasn't funny anymore. I said, well, I wrote you out because you roll the dice when you try to blackmail me. Don't you remember I am the writer? So if I wrote you, I probably not gonna be too good, like changing the part of the dumb landlord, right? So I just replaced him with the landlord, Rabu, with Eliza Robert, whom is the redneck neighbor's wife. But however, I wasn't really going to explain all that to him. I'm just like, please, this is the worst time that you can attack a person when they trusted you. You see what I'm saying? It's just like, remember Donald Trump said about the little snake story, that the snake says, please help me, I'm frozen in the cold. And then the naive woman picked up the snake, said, I will revive you, and put the snake in by the fireplace and a little bit of warmth, and gave him some milk. I don't know what to give him. I don't know if they eat milk, but drink milk or snake food. Okay, so or give him the rabbit or a guinea pig. Anyways, so the snake came back to life. And then first thing the snake, bah, bit her. She's like, oh my God, and she's like bleeding and her face turning purple and she's dying. Why would you do that? Because it was a very poisonous snake. That's what Corey Kotler is. Because you were foolish, you took me in, you know that I'm a snake. That's what the snake told her, that that's why you were stupid. I bit you. So that's the story. You never learn, I suppose. Sometimes you have to hold back and seek the Lord if this was a trap. I really trusted people at that time, especially I thought actors, comedians, they cannot be bad. But this was a bad, rotten to the core. This Corey Kotler, Corey Rotten Kotler, that's what I call him. So what he did is he ran the set, he damaged the lights, and then there was that the empty lot. Then he said that, oh, I want to be back, because he knew that I wrote him out, because he said. He get this the director whom he brought. I don't know why I was so stupid. I was just sort of naive, I guess. I believed that they were good people, and this Trudy, I guess that's his girlfriend, Trudy Sargent. Anyways, I thought that at first I was just enchanted because it seemed like she know comedy or. So forth. So I'm not getting into that because that's another can of worms. But anyways, she was supposed to be a peacemaker and then say, this Corey Kotler want to come back and do his scene and apologize. I go, that's too late. I already wrote him out. So we're at the lot. The lot meaning the abandoned lot. There's supposed to be a redneck there sleeping in tents and everything. So they were saying that we should meaning of Corey Kotler and Trudy Sargent, the director that he brought. Anyways, he's got different stories at that time, like, she needed some work visa or something to prove that she's staying to work visa from Great Britain. No. Anyway, she's a very nice lady. With that said, I did not think that she was going to set me up, but somehow it looks like it's a setup because, when I went over there, I guess they tried to drag me on the set and say, well, if we want to make peace, I'm a peacemaker. I don't need bullshit, even though the guy showed up, just to ruin the set earlier. I was willing to forgive. And I said, I just don't know, how can I put this guy already written out, because now you're confusing me, and how we put him back into the set, the story. That's not going to match with the rednecks and the redneck sister, whom is only supposed to be like 14, 15 or something. Anyway, so Trudy suggested, I think we can do this. We can have Rabu in the tent, the redneck tent, like, fiddling around, like touching the young girl's boobs or whatever. And then I would catch them with my flashlight, right? This is her suggestion too. Imagine that. I already wrote him out. He gave me so much shit. I wrote him out. And I think I was pretty good. I was willing to forgive on that spot. I was listening to her because I truly, truly want to believe the good in people. But don't you forget what the Lord says, that Satan comes in the form of what? Angels, to deceive you. Because, this is why that you have to know the sheep, the so-called wolf in sheep's clothing. What did I say? Sheep and wolf? No, yeah. I wish I had wolf clothing so I could scare some of these weirdos that are hanging out by my gym. There's just like, California is getting so bad. They're everywhere. I mean, gas station, and you cannot go in a park. They'll be like lighting a flashlight right by your car. I go, what the hell do you want? Get away. This is ridiculous. That's a testimony of California that's just run amok by the Democrats. So, with that said, no, I'm not preaching, I'm serious. Run amok by the Democrats. And I think that I'm being persecuted because, a lot of people that they want to persecute you for your speech that God given you the ability to speak. it's not the big tent. The liberals supposed to embrace everybody, but now it's like they want to kill you. And they want to freaking, give you the vaccine probably full of poisons and then put you in the basement. You know what I'm saying? So what it is, their racket, the homeless. It's the newest. What do you call it? Used to be the military industrial complex, right? That's how they can find the excuse. The homeless people, they shoot up and we don't care. But they tax millions and millions of dollars, and it's a hole that would never get filled up. Okay, let me not be distracted because I'm very seriously very upset. They turned my Sportsman's Lodge into a multi-million-dollar project. You know what I'm saying? It's like Beverly Hills Hotel. All of a sudden, we're not taking reservation because we're getting, instead of getting 200 a day, they're probably getting like 5, 6, whatever it takes, because they just keep charging, put the tab on us. And this is why you have to say, fuck no. Okay, well, this is, that's besides the point. The point, I actually, I was very upset, and I'm gonna have to condense this story. I was very upset because this evil Corey Kotler, Corey Kotler, I would get a picture of him. I really believe that if anybody belongs in the judgment seat and God says, you know what, you are not redeemable. I mean, that's a hard thing to say. But there are people that literally, they're hopeless. All right. I mean, if they turn around and repent, yeah, I do believe that I have to forgive. That's what Heavenly Father said. But some other people, I do believe that they were made to perish, just like Judas Iscariot. Okay. So, this Kotler guy, all of a sudden he became, I'm talking about the scene like in the tent. I was trying to be nice again because I don't want to be in a bad mood, right? And I'm so busy. We're shooting 12 hours. I go, okay, we can put him back. What's the deal? They say, how come? What if he's just like touching her boobs in the tent, and then you shine the flashlight, right, in the redneck tent, and then they come out. Oh, that would be funny. I go, what the hell? No, seriously, right? I mean, you gotta have some little bit of a sense, even though it's a comedy. I go, this guy is like, what, 60-year-old man, about 265, 80 pounds, too much overweight, and with a Hitler mustache, with the, freaking a fake broom hair. I don't know where he got it, like the Salvation Army like threw it on the street, so he picked it up and stuck it on his head. And then you want to be playing with a 14-year-old. I mean, she's a pretty girl. So she played the redneck's sister, right? Mayday. Anyways, I go, no. We don't want to be child molesters. So, I said, that is not comedy. So he got pissed. I said, well, maybe we'll just do something else. And he got pissed off at me. He said, you better apologize. He got in my face. He was yelling and screaming. I said, you better leave. And so he departed reluctantly, and then he sat in his car. I was nervous because he ran our lights. I mean, that's expensive. We have to get our lights out of the way. We ruined the shot and the sun is going down. And this is why I'm just saying, a big production like Universal, all of these are taken care of. They have security guards. Well, who do I have? I have a guinea pig. Okay. So what I said, I'm still, I'm still learning. Anyway, so the guy that sat in his little car, Kia or whatever, like idling for 20 minutes. I don't know. Maybe he'll come kill us or something. I was very nervous. I was at a deserted lot. It was dark and we had the lights and everything. And finally, he took off, and then by himself, and then he drove up to the lot. And he, right there by the gate, stopped, and I was like, I figure if we call the cops, it's gonna take hours and hours that we have to stop the shoot. And we really didn't have the time because, again, if you have bigger budget, you spread it out over 20 days. But we have no budget, so we put it in half 5 days. Anyway, no, 10 days. But still, there's so many mistakes, so many errors, so many things that you cannot imagine you have to compensate for. Anyways, so a big movie shoot 3 pages a day. That's it. We're shooting 10, 12 pages a day of the script. So anyways, I was so nervous. He ran back and forth because he's trying to make noise, right? So when you record and then he just, then you have to cut. This guy was just mean and insane and vicious. Then finally he disappeared. So about 9:50 or something like that, I received a text, and it's from Corey Kotler. He says, I'm gonna call SAG, which is Screen Actor Guild, and shut the shit down. At that time, there was no SAG because everything was closed last June. So he said that in the text. Okay, word for word, I'm gonna call SAG to shut the shit down. And then 2 minutes later, it was AHH. I can see. Oh, I'm really hurt. Based on those 2 texts. Okay, can you believe that? No, seriously, I'm not saying like workman's comp, but just say you have a insurance, like car insurance. If somebody that somehow they call your insurance company, but you have no dealing, maybe you drive by the traffic light, they flip you off and you say, fuck you, or something like that, or vice versa, right? Of course, it was not pleasant. And then the next day, they had your insurance company calling you and say, hey, this person is injured very badly. I go, no, I have no dealing with him because he was fired on the set, right? He said that he wasn't, no, actually, he took himself out, so he quit. Whatever it was, and he tried to blackmail us, and then he pretended that, I want to get back in because, these fools, they're just not together, like Joe Biden. He's not together, you know what I'm saying? He can't make up his mind. He said, if I cannot extort her, then I better just fool her. So I said, no, we still got to shoot, right? Anyways, I go, okay, whatever. I don't know what's going on. I said, I have no idea that why this person, he would claim injury, because he left on his own. He drove the car back to the set and tried to run in there. We have to whoa, back off, right? And then maybe he got himself in a hospital. I don't know. Anywho, so I have no idea. If I am the employer, let's just say the workman's comp, I'm the employer, then if he was still the employee, my argument that by that time that he wasn't. He was already a vagrant because he quit. He said, if you're not going to pay me this amount, I'm not going to show up to do the part for work. So I'm just saying, with all that said, a normal insurance company, I would just take example for State Farm, which is, if it's an automobile incident, they would say, you're kidding me. And there's no dents or anything. There was no proof of any injury, right? If we just crossed like a traffic light and gave each other a shout, hostility. But it doesn't result in a claim. So the guy, actually, I found out later, he made lots of claims against folks where, there's a lot of claims like injury lawyers everywhere. This is why they're scums, because they just go to a chiropractor or whatever, the doctor, right? And then they make a deal. I'm just saying, I'm guilty of it because, we did get ran over. I did get ran over before. And the neck thing could really bother you for ages. So the chiropractor thing is for real. But I know that's how it works. They take 1/3 on, supposedly on your settlement. So the the draw was always the lawyer will have a bunch of these specialists. See, we can get some specialists. Well, it doesn't cost any money because they just write a bunch of bullshit. You just go, I can't. I can't think straight. Yeah, because you are a fucking moron. You should have never been born, or whatever. There was like. I finally got the report because they would not state fund. Can you imagine that? The biggest California workman's comp company was run by the state. So where did it go, this money? So this is something, hold on 1 second. Yeah, because my lamb stew, it's getting beautiful, delicious. I'm starving. Because they aggravated me so much. So long story, fast forward, I thought they were gonna be for me, the state fund, the insurance company, right? Because I paid them, I write them a check to represent me, protect me in case I get sued. Like, this is frivolous. So I'm just saying, if you go to Farmers or State Farm, any private insurance company, they would just say there's no case. Usually it's pretty cut and dry. An automobile. If you rear end somebody, then definitely you're at fault or something like that. That's easy, no brainer. But then they try to save money. Of course, they're not going to spend millions of dollars on the little bit of a fender bender per se. But this state fund insurance, at first I go, oh wow, they were thorough because they had delegated like 3 different kind of departments, sent me here and there. Like, when I say sent me, meaning talk to this person, and what for? They're taking reports. Oh, then we'll have a detective to give you a Zoom meeting, or to take your testimony, which I think there's a legal term for it. It's called deposition. So when you're deposed, you're supposed to tell your side, and the other folks, the crew member that saw this, which was another producer and my prop master, right? Actually, my prop master warned this Kotler on the set, don't touch her, because he was just about to take me down. Oh, serious. The guy was the devil. Corey Kotler is the devil, and he is not a legitimate actor. He is the worst of the worst. So yeah, it's all true. Okay, try to sue me. Fuck you. Because they're just these people that have no morals, and just for a fucking dollar, they will freaking take your heart out. This is just that evil. Why would God allow that happen to me? I don't know. This is a question I'm still asking. And the Kotler guy, actually, I think what happened, he had like he claimed 4 or 5 different things, right? But I never got the damn report. So what I'm saying, I have the right to know what was he saying, because supposedly they deposed everybody, right? Me, Davis, and like there's a couple other my stagehands, my PA help and everything, right? The guy was fine. You just walk out and basically, he was the sabotager. He was the villain, and no, it's the truth. We did all the deposition. I mean, this took hours and hours, hundreds of hours of my life. And I hate to say this, I'm the paying customer, right? Okay, so eventually, I mean, there's even an attorney for the State Farm supposed to represent me, right? At first. And then, tunes changed. Because after all this rigmarole, the adjusters, and then it goes to everything goes to the attorney. I go, great, you got everything that you need to know. This was a fraudulent claim, and the guy should be in jail. Actually, I pressed charges against the guy. But hey, there's like people getting stabbed every hour. So when it's gonna be my turn to talk to the DA, I don't know. But anyways, there's a case filed against this Corey Kotler for using force on me, assault. So I have witnesses also. So what has happened is they got the case and they said, we denied it. We denied the claim. And they sent me a letter. I was go, oh great, denied the claim. Yeah, I mean that's justice. That's normal, right? Because if this guy can say claim some kind of an injury, then for God's sake, there is no peace, no law, ever. That we're just a bunch of dummies, sheep for the slaughter. But then a week later, I got a letter and it says the denied claim by Corey Kotler. Because he was supposed to be just a temp worker, right? So they said you cannot declare some kind of psychological injury, because I think in his report he said, oh, some kind of anxiety. In this world, everybody got anxiety. I mean, if you ain't got no anxiety, then then I can get millions of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Then you should not be paid for having anxiety and whatever. You should, because you are possessed by the devil, Corey Kotler. Anyways, the kicker was, once the claim was denied, it goes to the denied adjuster. And then that adjuster, a lady, called me out of the blue and chewed my ass out. I go, what? She says, we're going to give them so much money. I'm not going to tell you that this is like, oh, so you're going to be copycat. God will curse you. Don't be so anxious to try to get that money, because it's going to be divided amongst a lot of these sharks or pigs. I think they're just greedy. Okay, greedy is okay, but you know how you're doing it. You're hurting me, and on purpose. So you're scheming against me. You will be judged. So a denied claim. Get this. With a specialist, and then the specialist said that, hey, stupid, I better go along with what they decide to do. They decide to give this Kotler guy, this moron, I think like $25,000-$30,000 for what? I go, for what? Are you kidding me? I go, for what? Is my rate gonna go up? Am I gonna have people walk in here and then, for an audition and walk out and call the state fund insurance? I go, I've never heard of insurance that there are just wacko. And then I realized something. This was run by the damn California state. Oh my God. It's worse. It gets worse. So what happened was, they said, okay, so you're not going to go along with this, right? I just go, yeah, because you're going to raise my rate, and then I'm going to be fearful somebody going to be, doing a little bit fixing the fixture, or do an audio mix, or whatever the situation is, my independent actors, that they're going to sue me. As soon as they get out of here, they're going to go down to the alley or the 7-Eleven and freaking gouge their eyes out and say, I can't see. But they can still text me perfectly. I can't see. Oh, I'm gonna shut your show down and tell SAG. That was text. Perfect. And then the next sentence, I can't see. I got my eyeball bleeding, but I can text. Right? It was just so funny because I learned that this Corey Kotler checked himself in the hospital, supposedly, right? I don't know. I didn't see him in the hospital, but that's what that supposedly happened. And he was like supposedly getting IV or whatever, right? So the kicker is, anyways, the guy is probably diabetic to begin with, right? And I don't know, just lose some weight. Yeah, then you probably don't need that money to buy yourself some chips and more fattening crinkles. I just can't get over this. I've never been so angry in my life. Almost. I mean, I've been angry many times, but just being like betrayed like this. It was probably has not happened before. So don't let it happen again. Anyway, so they're sending me the letter, like I guess pretending to be nice. Oh, okay. You do not agree with this settlement. They made a deal with this attorney. I think her name is Moradi. I'm not quite sure. Leora something. I cannot pronounce, like Leeora. Leora. If you guys know that person, oh man, Moradi, Moradi. Man, even the state fund woman told me, state fund woman meaning the one that's supposedly helping me, but then she said, no, I'm not representing you, I'm representing state fund. I get it. Okay, state fund want to preserve their interests. Usually insurance want to save money. So I guess their excuse, no, get this, their excuse was they told me, we're going to give them this money because this is why the lady called me Brandy Gray, their the denial adjuster. My God, I have like so many adjusters. And I realized why, because it's a state fund, you see. Yeah, you always have tax dollars to fund this thing. But that does not end. Oh my Lord. I mean, they have like, so many experts and specialists. It's just a huge behemoth of an entity. But she did say that she doesn't represent me. Okay, so I'm buying the policy. I guess they represent the bad guys. Yeah, that's great. That's just like what they're doing. Like, oh yeah, we take our tax dollars, but let's get all this COVID from everywhere, right? And then they stay in the Holiday Inn and you pay the bill and shut the fuck up. Otherwise you're a racist. So I should go out the border and say, oh yeah, I heard you can get a Holiday Inn. Where can I get that voucher? Yeah, dreaming. I would be dreaming. Anyway, not a dreamer, but hey, love America or leave it alone. So I was trying to be fast, but sorry, the story just kind of, it's because they're amazed of these, what do you call the bureaucracies that involved. It was so ensnaring. So as if they're doing me a favor, they have this phone conference hearing, like supposedly, I don't know, with the judge. I suppose this judge is their elected the judge over the workman's comp, right? I mean, I have no disrespect whatsoever. He was totally nice to me. That was last December. I just say, Your Honor, I don't think it was fair that I do not have a full report. I don't, because it's not fair, meaning that equal protection under the law. And he said, oh yeah, he agreed with me. He said, that is her civil rights. I said, I never gotten the report. Whatever that the guy accused me of, I still don't know. I don't know what's the nature of so-called the injury. I told him the story. I said, he was a shady actor that tried to blackmail me the day before. He's supposed to do his other scenes in order to get more money. So the judge seemed, I'm not going to say his name. He seemed pretty nice. He said, yeah, you just have to be careful whom you choose. And then he said, well, let's get this cat race girl the report. So they send me a disc, and then we come back and meet another day, which is today, May the 3rd, bright and early. I guess, again, I thought, great. Now the what do you call the lawyer for this Corey Kotler? Everybody was on the phone, but I said, which is true. I said, Your Honor, the report, so-called report, the disc they sent me, right? So it's a disc. First, there was a code I cannot break, and then finally we got the code. I opened the disc, and I thought, oh my God, it's broken because the first 10 pages were not just redacted, they were black. When you redact something, you understand that, or you cross something out. Like, supposedly, maybe somebody's personal information, or I don't know, like their penis was like falling off, or I don't know. So you redact, you cross it out. But no, when I heard redaction, I thought that's what was it, but it was whole page black pages. It goes on forever, and then you'll have like a little piece of versus this Corey Kotler versus Rice Girl Productions, right? I go, what a waste. This whole thing was a waste. It was not only a joke, as Donald Trump would say, that this was a joke and the hoax, and these people have their heads like screwed upside down, or either that or stuck in their asses that they cannot see out of their butts. No, I don't want to talk bad about people, but that's how I feel. I just go, look. I understand you say you want to save money, you want to like settle it, but I'm telling you that he was already fired. He left the premises on his own with threats against me, person. We have 15 witnesses saw him left on his own, got in his car. So you can't say that if somebody like leave your house and go around the corner and stab himself, then he can put you in jail for the rest of his life, right? Or your life. You know what I'm saying? This is why there's equal protection under the law, and that's the right that God has given us, which the founding father put it in the Constitution, and they call that the civil rights. I say, hey, you're violating my civil rights. I don't have a say. You're redacting everything. I don't even know what kind of damn injuries, right? Still, and then this judge, he shouted me down. He said, I don't want to hear a thing from you, Rice Girl. I am sending an order to pay this guy. That's it. Like, Rice Girl, get off the phone. And there was barely 5 minutes. We just gotta get this off our calendar or whatever, like we're bullshit. And he didn't have that many. It was like, I don't know, however many. I was very intimidated because I was the only Asian person in that damn conversation. Corey Kotler is a Jew, and the damn judge, I guess, I don't want to get mad, okay? I was the only Asian person, and I said this, I tried to get this in. I said this, I go, Your Honor, I've been personally attacked recently because this Asian hate, and it's seemingly like people want to take out on Asian people. And I'm not saying that about you, how I was treated, but you're telling me I have no recourse, because I said, I really believe that we should have a hearing, a trial, or whatever. But I guess their justification is that it's cheaper, just pay them $30,000 and get it over with. Otherwise, they're saying to me, this is the lady on the phone yelling, saying to me, otherwise the Corey Kotler and Leora Moradi, I don't know how to pronounce it, they're going to request specialists, the experts, to examine his injury, and that could cost $100,000. So we would just settle it for 30. I go, but he did not get injured. He was not injured. What is it they don't understand? He was not injured. And I was being assaulted. They even agree. I think the Heather Benton was the attorney before. I mean, then they switched on me. They said, we don't represent you. We represent State Fund or whatever. What the hell? I need a fucking insurance company to freaking fight me, dogs and cats, and raise my fucking rate. Pay somebody that have nothing to do and who's, making phony claims. Oh, my God. Look at my face is turning red. So I don't want to be overly upset. Maybe that's why I'm talking to you like this. But God gave me a wisdom just now on my way back. So I was furious all day. I was very furious. I was like, how dare they to treat me like this? Because they were yelling on the phone, like, get off. Just hang up. We're going to hang up on you. I goes, but, I have all the redaction. Oh, shut up. Basically, rice girl, shut up. That's what the judge told me. So shut up and, open your legs so they can fucking rape you. Really? Really? Oh. All right. I know, you probably think that was the only funny line. I wasn't trying to be funny, by the way. So that you'll know. It's not just venting. It's just I realized God showed me that's how this government, the behemoth, when they say create jobs, the government, take all your money. They want to raise your taxes. They already done that. They always use the class warfare. How do I know? Because they used to shoot my grandparents for a piece of land. And they didn't do that, but they will. It's the CCP method and the communist method, because they try to make it sweet. Oh, there's going to be chicken in every pot. Remember the good old days? It wasn't like that. And then the BLM, the same thing. Like back in China, also the Red Chinese Army, the little gangsters, kids, they make them go out and persecute and arrest adults, teachers, burn books, right? That's their game. It's creating this division, and then they go, we're going to rob from them to Peter to give it to Paul, or the other way around. So it's the same thing, but what happened is they created this big behemoth that you can never get out of. No, seriously, because now I understand. I realize that when I finally say, well, I'm going to file appeal this decision, because you're ruining my reputation. You're putting fear in my heart. I mean, the guy actually was the assailant, Corey Kotler. He was the bad actor. And now you're like putting me in prison, so to speak. So I think that totally, I feel like I'm raped. I mean, yeah, you can be when your rights are already like just stripped away from you and you're being spit upon. So I want to file an appeal. Oh my God, but there's another bureaucracy. There's the appeals board. And then if you, I don't even know what happens. Supposedly, after that, if you're not happy, and then you can go to appeal the appellate. So that this chain doesn't end. I go, wow, that's incredible. Oh, my meagerly $1,400 pay for all this? How can they afford all that? Then I realized that this is why the government gets so big and they have control. When they say they create jobs, it's really only to enrich those that in government. But don't think that, then I'll just get a cush government job, but then you're in their pocket. It's called the control game. So, if you want your freedom, you really have to fight for it. And I guess that's the lesson I learned today. If you're already bagged out by now, I don't blame you.